Is this thing recording? Okay, we're good. Yo, what is up, guys? This is KOJOFOREX, aka GBP Legend, aka Sniper Trader, aka Market Assassin, aka King of Blues. I mean, it's been a long time I shot this kind of YouTube educational video for you guys. Today I'm back again on your screens, and then what I have for you is one of the most insane videos that I ever planned to shoot for you guys, right? It has everything to do with entry in the Forex market, which is basically when to enter and then when to jump in on a trade. So one thing that most people fail to figure out in the market is actually when to jump in a trade, right? They may have some strategies. They may tell them that, okay, if we hit this support region, buy. If we hit this resistance region, sell. If we hit this, if this moving average crosses this, buy or sell. You know, one way or the other, there is a reason for them to jump in, but they're always sort of skeptical about when to jump in that trade. In today's video, what I seek to clear out is your perspective, right? Give you a new evolution or a new 3D perspective, perhaps even 9D perspective of how to look at the market before you can think of, okay, maybe I should jump in this trade or maybe I should hold back, right? And then what I'm going to show you is like a game changer. It's nothing you've ever seen on the internet regarding to Forex trading, right? So you want to pay very close attention to what I show you right when I move into the screens, and then take as much information as you can take from this video. This video is very dear to my heart because you see, it's something that I actually like to show my paid mentees, not a free information. But today I'm very generous, so I feel like sharing it with my YouTube community. The community is gradually growing. Currently we have over 31.4k subscribers, which is insane for a 1 year since I started YouTube, even though we've not been, you know, incredibly consistent in terms of posting a chunk of uploads, right? You see, with me, when it comes to YouTube, I feel like all my subscribers deserve quality than quantity information, right? Most people would rather on YouTube just be upload because they want to obviously make, you know, a bucks from YouTube. But my objective in YouTube is to post relevant content, things that are going to be like, you know, add value to people that spend time to watch my 8-minute, 10-minute, or even 15-minute video. So without wasting much time, guys, let's go right into the chart. I'll break down my perspective of when to jump in the trade, right? It has everything to do with the candlesticks breakdown. Yeah, guys, so just like I've explained to you guys, right, we're going to go straight into how to know, right, when to jump into the Forex market in terms of like buying or selling. And here I have XAU USD, right, gold. So I'm going to be using gold for this example, right? I'm going to be doing a little bit of back test with gold for this example, and then it's going to give you guys a clear perspective of how I think about the market before I jump in, right? Let's just use this replay tool to have some perspective of how I look at the market with respect to what I'm teaching you guys, right? So let's say, right, with gold, right, we know that this area we had created some strong support region out here, right? And then perhaps we would have been looking that when the market comes back into this zone, we should be more like anticipating a bounce off from that region, right? Typically like a very simple trade setup like this, where the market would trade all the way down, hit here, and then bounce off back up. However, the market may decide to, you know, trade that point, right? But the catch here is that we traders want to find our entry within this range, right, which is just where I've put this X button, or perhaps I can even use the rectangular shape. This is the area we would be looking to buy, right? But the point or the real question is, how do you know that when the market gets into this point you have to buy? Do you just buy the moment it steps in that range, or what do you do, right? This is where your psychology as a trader comes in, and something that I like to call investigate if we have a bullish presence or a bearish presence, right? You have to investigate into the zone to know if we have a bullish presence or a bearish presence before you want to buy or sell, right? Now let's use the play button to see how this thing unfolded, right? Let's use the play button to see how this thing unfolded. So we're pushing down, we're back into the zone, right? So this is the first catch. Like I'm explaining to you, for me, when we jump into the zone, I'm not buying it, right? Which is like this very big candle. You can see that the moment that candle tapped into the range, and then it did what? It pulled back, right? The moment that candle tapped into this range, then there was what? This quick pullback, right? So you left a footprint of a wick in that area. And then the next 4-hour candle, right? Remember that every analysis we're doing here, we're doing on the 4-hour. I have a lot of people usually asking me on YouTube, Kojo, what time frame do you do analysis on? I do my analysis 99% of the time on the 4-hour time frame, right? So next you can see that we had this bearish bullish candle here. But what you have to ask yourself, that is this bullish candle really relevant? Is it telling us that there are bullish presence on the market that much for us to buy? Obviously not for me. So I'm not going to like take any decision here, right? Going forward, let's see. Then we had another bearish candle, right, which ends up coming to form more like what we would call a hammer, right? So at the same point, we had what, this very massive bearish drop, right? But the hammer, remember that it's a bearish hammer, not a bullish hammer. So that even tells you that still, you know, there's still some level of bearish presence within the range, and then the bulls have not showed any level headed to jump in on this trade. I mean, or to push the market back up yet, right? And let's look at the next candle. We have another bearish candle that still kind of push the market down a little bit again, right? So at that point, all I expect you to do is what? Patience, game of patience, right? Like I said on my Instagram, I've said on my YouTube, everywhere, Forex trading is like the game of patience. If you don't have patience and then exceptionally knowing what to do and when to do that, you're never going to survive in this market, right? So here I'm not still going to take any decision, right? So somebody may ask that, then this is what I've usually been doing for a long time. That's how maybe I've been waiting, the trade is not materializing, I close it, or taking some losses because I'm not really investigating. That's why I am showing you this video, so that you guys can like pick it up once and for all and learn intelligently from it, right? It's a very smart move here. So look at the next candle. Boom. Then it's a very big bearish candle. Big bearish candle again. So it means that if you had initially taken your trade here and then you put your stop loss here, you just got taken out, right? Your stop loss has been hit, you're out of the market, and you're thinking, I always take the trade when it comes to support region. Support and resistance don't work. Look at this. But you are not reading into the nooks and crannies of what is going on in the market, right? Let's look at the subsequent candle. Boom, this bearish candle. This is where I want to jump in this market. I mean, bullish candle. This is just where I want to jump in this market, because at this point we've shown significant bullish presence, right? If you get what I mean. At this very point, the market has shown us significant bullish presence with this bullish candle right here, and this is exactly what I want to jump in and put my stop loss here, entry here, and perhaps take profit, take profit one maybe at this area here, because we kind of had this like little bit of resistance acting out here, and then final take profit around this area here, right? Now let's look at how these market played out. They didn't really conform to what KOJO is saying, right? They really conform. Take profit one smashed, take profit two smashed. Take profit one smashed, take profit two smashed, just because we had the essence of waiting for that bullish or bearish presence, right? So you see how intelligent this move can be. Now somebody may say, oh, this is just one example. Can you show us another example? I'm going to use the same chart here to show you the second example. Remember that I told you guys that with me, how I mark out my support and resistance is any price point at which market bounces up, bounces off and goes up is a support for me, and any price point of which market bounces off and goes down is a resistance for me, or any turning point of the market is a resistance or support for me, any major turning point. So at this point, then what I mean is that this very area right here is a resistance for me, right? So you can see that here, after we smashed this bullish move, bullish trade, buying off the support level and then running all the way up, this market literally comes to tap exactly on this resistance. You can see again that with this resistance, the market doesn't necessarily like trade above it, right? The market doesn't necessarily trade above it, just that this big candle had a little bit of closure, so sort of like less than 20% of that closure above it, right? Or less than even 10% of that closure above it, and the other bearish candle closing above it. So I want to investigate this area right here, if we have like a bullish presence or a bearish presence right here before I jump in the trade. Currently, I've not had any significant bearish presence, right? If we have a bullish presence, I'm not going to jump in the trade because I'm looking for a sell. But if we have a bearish presence, then I'm going to jump in because I'm looking for, obviously, like I said, a sell at that area. Now look at what happens. Then we have this massive bearish candle. At this point, I've had like a bearish presence within that area, and it's significant enough for me to jump in on this trade, right? Around here, put my stop loss above the range, and then perhaps expect, you know, a push down. But remember that the market is very bullish at this point, so you don't really want to, like, you know, anticipate or overly anticipate that, like, the market really dropping all the way back down like that, right? At least here as your first take profit, and maybe here as second take profit, kind of makes sense with this trade, because like overall we're still like in a very bullish market where the market has just changed structure, right? If you look at the whole point from here, right, we were making what, lower high, lower lows, and then eventually came back to make equal lows, and then now we're back on these equal highs. If we break out this equal high, then the market can go up. So you don't want to like anticipate that this market is going to come all the way down like this. So here might be like my interesting region for a take profit, if not here for the first point, right? Let's see how this market acts after I've identified my bearish presence. Straight into profit, right? Taps into my take profit one, easy like that, right? And then even continued a little further down into take profit 2 before like that big spike on the upside. Yeah, so I believe this little but short detailed video kind of, you know, gives you the perspective of how I look at the market. And then I intentionally made it a short video. I'm going to do like a couple of subsequent videos relating to this concept so that you guys can obviously learn from it, right? So if you love this video, you know what to do. You don't expect me to tell you already. Smash the like button, share with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you watching my videos, but if you're a new viewer, I'm kind of waiting for you to smash the like button and at the same time subscribe. Yeah, go on, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm waiting. Right, so I know you just did that, so smash the like button, subscribe, share with your friends. Also, click in the link in the description if you haven't joined the KOJO Forex Telegram community. It's about 22,700 members now. Also, follow me on all social media at KOJOFOREX, KOJO Forex, especially on Instagram, if you want us to be like very interactive. And then if you want to learn a lot from my Instagram live sessions. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.